In the Village of Poets is a short documentary film about a conservation project at a 16th century church among a community in Cyprus. The film was entered into this year's Archaeos Film Festival by the filmmaker Dan Frodsham and the art historian Michael Walsh.
There's a little village on the northern coast of Cyprus, which if you translate its Turkish name, Ozanköy, it translates into the village of poets or the village of jesters, something along those lines. And I just thought it was a nice romantic title because the film that we were making was a film really that was sensitive and that was, in my mind, touching. I thought that might work as a title for the film, not least because it's the actual translation of the name of the village itself. It started off as a film that was basically, I had thought would be about a conservation process, a process of protecting 500-year-old frescoes that were endangered. Although we did do that, the emphasis shifted during the project to be more about community and the fact that despite everything that's happened in Cyprus, despite the divisions of between Turkish Cypriot and Greek Cypriot communities back in 1974, despite the abandonment of this church, there was actually a very human village story coming out of it about two local men, Turkish Cypriots, who wouldn't allow it to fall down and wouldn't allow it to fall into disrepair. And using their own time and their own funds and their own dedication over decades, ensured that the building was still standing when we arrived from Singapore to do our conservation. And to me, that became a more important story. Art conservation, we've done films like that before, based in a city called Famagusta. But this we hadn't done. We hadn't found that amazing cosmopolitan spirit in a little mountain village in an unrecognized state. It shocked me at first, and then it shouldn't have shocked me, but it was a pleasant surprise. And then I thought that has to be the story of the film. Despite the ebb and flow of history and how politics sweeps over Eastern Mediterranean communities, at the heart and soul of a village, there's still continuity and there's still admirable respect for heritage and art. And in this particular case, the fact that it was two Turkish Cypriots looking after a Greek Cypriot church just struck me as well worth moving to the center of the film. The filmmaker that was working with me the whole way, Dan Frodsham, he's worked with me on several projects in the past. Dan's a documentary filmmaker based in the UK. More importantly, perhaps than that, he shares my passion for the conservation and the protection of Cypriot art history and heritage. At first, the idea was perhaps that Dan should just document everything that we're doing and turn it into a nice, digestible narrative that people can follow. But with this particular case up in the mountains where this village is, it was too good an opportunity to miss. This is a beautiful, forgotten, very small church. I suppose people might call it a minor monument, because our mind is automatically attracted towards big things and to cities. And this is a quiet little church tucked in behind a wall in a village. I thought this is a really good moment to allow the poetry of the church to come out. If you think about people in that village have been going to that church for 500 years for weddings, baptisms, funerals. There's a lot of hopes and prayers in there. There's a lot of sadness and joy. There's things that you can't see. There's intangible heritage embedded in every stone, in every painting. Dan and I had a conversation about what sort of film do we want. And I said, just try and capture some of that. Yes, let's make a record of the conservation work that is going on, but also have free rein to be slightly more artistic and allow yourself the chance to sort of engage with the spirit of the place rather than just the tangible heritage. For us, if we manage to capture something of the dignity of the community and the value of the heritage, and the poetry of the place, then we had achieved what we set out to do. Creating a documentary film, even a short one, is a legitimate academic pursuit and a legitimate indicator of serious research done. And so we kind of wanted to push that as well, the idea that, yeah, I'm an art historian, I'll write an article because that's what I'm expected to do. But let's make a film to run alongside it. It's not one illustrating the other or one explaining the other. It's two separate academic outputs that should be considered contrapuntally and put together into a single unit, and then that's where the knowledge comes from. So maybe, I hope we succeeded. I think it's important, above all, to say that it's a film about respect and admiration for a community that has had its troubles in the past in Cyprus. Through all of that, the continuity associated with cherishing your heritage has never been destroyed by all the political changes that came and went, at least not in this particular village. Dignity is a word that I hope comes through, respect and poetics. I hope the film gets across some of the poetry of the space.
You can see the short documentary film In the Village of Poets, along with other films, in this year's Archaeos Film Festival. Please follow the web links in the video description about the conservation project and about the film festival with its multiple options of in-person events and online access. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.